Hello, what's good, and welcome back to the vent. I told you that we was going to talk about religion, and let's get started. Bargo, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Bargo, what's your take on religion? Make it quick, because you like to draw things out.
All right. Well, it's a pretty broad question on, what is religion, or what is my take on religion? Is that pretty much the question?
Yeah.
I always see religion kind of broken down into faith and belief. Belief is religion as a whole. It's more of a social identity than anything else, whereas faith is something that you're born with. Faith is something, you have faith that you're not going to get struck by lightning right now. You have faith that you're going to make it to the grocery store okay. Things like that, where it's a basic functioning for you to be a human being. Whereas belief is a social identity, like, I am a Christian, I am a Hindu, I am a Muslim, that sort of thing.
Do you think that there's... okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think there's an ultimate religion? Like, do you think out of all the religions on this planet that there's only one religion that can get you closer to God, that can get you into the presence of God and the kingdom of God?
Well, I'm not dogmatic to any religion. I kind of see it through a secular lens. So I kind of see it as these are all just different paths to the same goal, to the same spiritual goal. And spirituality to me is detached from religion.
Yes, big time.
Spirituality
Two separate things.
To me, it's a personal journey, and religion can help you because there's a whole lot of other people doing it, family members or community, that can guide you through that process. But fundamentally, it is a personal journey, and it doesn't necessarily have to be through a religion.
Yes. My take on religion is your religion is pretty much your walk, and it's going to be your history of your life. You know what I mean? In the end, that was your religion. People do things religiously, and that is a form of religion. And I think that's what religion is. As far as spirituality, I think that's the who and who you are and your connection. I think that's your plug-in with the Creator, spirituality. That's the closest kinship that you will have, is your spirituality. That detaches you from being a human being. On planet Earth, you commune with human beings in a human speaking form. Spiritually, I think that's the only way you can commune with the Creator of the universe. As far as faith, I think faith is the greatest gift given to man at birth. Faith is the greatest tool that can transform a liquid to a solid. It can do it whatever. Faith is real, and it's that faith makes a man rich, not money. You know what I mean? Faith is very powerful if it's instituted the right way. I have a question.
Well,
I have a question.
I was just going to say something.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that the faith, as long as it's not blind faith, I'm not talking about in the spiritual sense, but I'm talking about in other people. As long as you're not blind in how you're dealing with the world, then it's fine. But for the most part, I think you're right. It's a very powerful thing that can really keep you grounded as a human being.
Yeah, because I'm learning. I'm learning now, like far as worrying and faith. It's like faith is way more powerful than worrying about anything. And I'm noticing in my life, my current life, a lot of things are happening for me that I've been hoping and wishing and praying on and working at. When I release the worry about anything in my life and have faith that's going to happen, it reveals itself every time. And I'm learning that. I have heard people talk about just let go and have faith. I am trusting that, and it works for me. Now, I want to ask you a quick question about God and gods with an S. Do you think there's more than one God?
Well, in Hinduism, generally it's always seen as a polytheistic religion where there's many different gods. A god for literally a variety of things, human conditions and wants and needs,
Yeah.
obstacles, all kinds of stuff. I don't think. I think that's just part of a larger singularity. I guess it's
Yeah.
part of a larger thing that is a single unified whole. You know what I mean? I think these are kind of intermediaries to a larger whole. So ultimately, yeah, I believe that there is there's a single entity that kind of governs everything, so to speak.
So you believe that there's one. You don't believe there's many gods. You believe there's one creator, one fashioner.
Ultimately, yeah, it's part of one whole system. That's how I see it. And that system, you can say, is the God, the creator God.
Yeah,
the one and only.
Exactly. I believe in that too, that there's one fashioner, one author of this whole entire universe. I believe that there's one, and you only have to serve one. A lot of people on this planet, they have their viewpoints on who the true and living God is. And do you think that in the end, if you have faith, right? Let me throw a scenario at you. You lived a life of faith, goodwill, treated people right, you loved humanity, you did all the things that a good human being, a good wholesome human being should do. You have left a hieroglyph of great things on this planet. You are a good humanitarian. You did it all. But if you didn't serve a certain religion or a certain God, do you think that you don't go to meet God, or you don't go to paradise, or whatever it is that another person from their religion might say? Do you believe that? You understand what I'm saying? Like, people believe if you don't follow my religion, you don't get to paradise. Do you believe in that?
Right.
Despite how you live?
I think if you go that route, you're in danger. You know, that's like I said before about blind faith. Ultimately, your actions and whatever cards you're dealt in life is your responsibility to handle. And there are, it's important. What I'm ultimately trying to say here is, it's important not to get caught up in ritual. You know what I mean? It's like if all you care about is the ritual aspect, then you've missed the point. Because to me, the spiritual aspect is the intrinsic, are you creating happiness for yourself? Are you creating happiness for others? Are you, a morally good person? Are you sticking up to your values? Do you have faith in the right people and the right type of ideas? That to me is the spiritual growth. And that to me is the most important thing. The ritual stuff is great. There's social momentum in that, and that's cool. But if that's all you're concerned with, then I think you're playing a fool's game.
Yeah, big time. Because I know a lot of people, they're still hung up on arguing over their faith. And especially when you get more than one of them in a room, they love to talk about how strong their religion and their faith in their religion is. But everything that the religion tells them not to do, they can't stop doing. And what's your take on that? It's like a person can say, I'm a part of such and such, I'm a part of such and such. But when you read the rules and laws of such and such, they can't abide by them. Is that like proof that their religion is not a healthy or good religion, that you can't live by the standards? Or is it just, it's not humanly possible to abide by a religion 100%?
Well, I mean, a lot of religion is, it's been rewritten and reinterpreted so many times, and it's really just been, a lot of it's just about updating it to modern use.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is about the rituals associated and updating those rituals. I think it's important not to get caught up in fundamentalism. I think that's very unhealthy. Because fundamentalism, I mean, our world at large has so many problems because of fundamentalism. Yeah. Whether it's a Muslim or Christian or whatever, people are so caught up in a literal word or a literal phrase, and they take it totally out of context. Yeah. Of the meaning of that chapter or whatever, and it gets kind of crazy. So it's like you got to use your head. You got to kind of think things through, and unfortunately, there's a lot of cultures out there that are so obsessed with, hey, this is what it says and that's what it means and this is what you got to do. And I think it's totally unrealistic and even dangerous.
I want to say something on that note. before we wrap up. I know so many people that the only benefits from their religion is them talking about it and talking about what their religion says. That's enough filler for a lot of people. A lot of people really don't live by their religion. They like to talk about their religion and get fuel from it just by repeating it or reciting their books over and over and over and over again. I want to wrap this up. When we come back, we're going to talk about Netflix and movies on The Vent. Peace.